everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello! I'm home from the book fair. What a good book fair. I mean, it was worse in terms of books there than previous ones, but my friends and I, our little theory is that because it was off for a couple years because of COVID, it just wasn't held. We figured that it was because they stopped taking donations, so they just didn't have as many donations. So there was maybe a third of the books that were usually there. But it doesn't mean that it wasn't still fun and amazing and a good night. But I did get 6 books. I was about to say 5. 6. One of them I didn't need to get because I already own it. It's Eldest by Christopher Paolini. I saw it and in my head I'm like, that's book 4. I need book 4 of the Inheritance cycle. Book 4 is called Inheritance. This is book 2. I already own book 2. I own book 2 in paperback. It was only $3. Yeah, $3.50. And it's kind of a beat up copy, so I probably would just donate it at some point. But anyways, the other books that I got that I'm still really excited about. I got this Robin Hobb. It's the 3rd book in the Haughty Man trilogy, which is her 3rd trilogy. So I have book 1, which I got at the last book fair in September, which is very exciting. Fool's Errand, I believe it's called. I don't know why I'm looking at my bookshelves. I have bad eyesight. I cannot read the individual titles. My Robin Hobb stack on my bookshelves is getting out of hand because I just got the entire Live Ship Traders trilogy in the mail this week. It is insane. I don't know if you can see it, but it is now touching the top of my bookshelf there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to have to reorganize a little bit. But yeah, I got another Robin Hobb, which I'm very excited about. And I love these little covers of the Tawny Man trilogy. They're so cute. I love the little window. And speaking of fun covers, this next book I picked up exclusively because of the cover. I looked at it on Goodreads and it has a good rating. So I'm intrigued. And someone was like, I equate this authors to Studio Ghibli vibes. And I'm like, I'm in. But look at this cover. So this is Song for the Basilisk by Patricia A. McKillop. But look how beautiful this cover is. And it's one of these little books where I just saw the spine and I was immediately, well, that's going to be an adorable little copy. And it is. And it doesn't even have a blurb on the back. It's just a cover. It's so cool. But yeah, pick this one up. Know very little about it, but I'm excited about it. And this cover is just so stunning. There's such cool little details. I wonder if it's gonna actually focus for you. Doesn't look like it is. Anyways, then I picked up T.H. White's The Once and Future King, which is an Arthurian retelling about King Arthur. And I liked this copy because it's kind of ugly and old, which just is charming to me. And it's real floppy and it feels nice in the hand. And it was only $2. So why not? $2 for this. I love it. Then I picked up The Yellow Wallpaper and Other Stories, which is an Arcturus copy, which matches my other Arcturus copies up on my shelf over there in my kitchen, which is exciting. I read The Yellow Wallpaper in university and it's one of the short stories that has stuck with me for so long. I picked up this collection and I think it'd be kind of cool to dabble in some more Charlotte Perkins Gilman stories. And I love this yellow. This yellow is very good. And finally, I picked up My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante because as we were perusing, this is actually the first book that I picked up at the fair. As I was perusing with my friends, both my friends Sophie and Sophia were like, you gotta read this. Or they were like, oh my God, what a beautiful book. Why is everyone getting rid of their copies? There's so many copies. And I was like, well, I'm gonna grab one because I knew Sophie really liked it. I had no idea that Sophia also liked it. And then as I just posted my haul in the group chat, one of my other friends was like, I third this. Great book. So excited to have this. I think it's very out of my usual genre, as you guys know. I'm a fantasy sci-fi girly, but I've been feeling the need to change things up with my genres because I feel I don't want to say slump because I haven't been in a proper slump since I was a kid when I read Harry Potter, but I feel a reading rut coming, if you will. I'm just tired of what I'm reading. I am not interested in anything. I mean, I am because I just got a whole bunch of Robin Hobb books. I really do want to keep reading the Assassin's Quest, but I'm in the mood for something quick and snappy. And this week I ended up picking up a couple nights ago when I was just feeling in this mood of I need to read something, but nothing is moving me, I ended up picking up The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi, and I ended up DNFing it at 55 pages in because I was okay with the writing style. It was very flowery, not my vibe, but it was okay. And then we got a POV change and it felt like I had picked up a different book. It was so jarring. The writing style completely changed. I was like, what the hell's this? So DNF that, which is sad. And I just haven't really picked up anything since. And it was one of those moments where if any of you are mood readers, you understand. You stare at your shelves and you go through and you're like, okay, what haven't I read before? And you look at all the stuff that you haven't read and you go, I don't want to read any of this. And then you look at all the old stuff that you have read and you're like, do I want to reread something? No. And then I looked at the 5 library books that I have, and I was like, I don't want to read any of these either. Like, I want to read something, but nothing I want to read is around me right now. So I was in that mood this week, and I'm really hoping that I can get out of that mood this weekend. Now that I have these, maybe one of them will be a change. I don't think I'm going to read any of them right away. Definitely not the Robin Hobb. That is like 6 books away from where I'm supposed to be excited about this little baby haul here. That was my day. That was my evening, if you will. So I don't really know what I'm going to be reading this weekend. I did get 2 books in the mail I got 5 books in the mail. Let's be real. I got this one. It's The Bookshop and the Barbarian by Morgan Stang, which is a cozy self-pub fantasy. I got it basically because of the cover, and it's Bookshop and Barbarians. Love that for me. In that same order, I picked up my friend's book club pick for this month, which is The 7 Moons of Maali Almeida, which is a Sri Lankan author, which is very fun. I picked up a physical copy because this cover is absolutely stunning, and I needed to add it to my collection, so hopefully I like it. Hopefully I like it and it works really well. And I got, of course, these 3 Robin Hobbs. Yeah, as you can tell, my Robin Hobb stack now goes to there. Alas, that is just how it's gonna go. I'm in a little bit of a weird reading mood slump thing. I just think I need something different from all the fantasy that I've been reading, and I need something quick and snappy, which is not conducive to a lot of the big fantasy books that I have. I'm thinking potentially diving into novellas is probably a good idea. This is a T. Kingfisher, and I think it's a horror, so maybe this one this weekend? Not entirely sure. I also have this one, but I can't find an audiobook for it, so a little less quick and snappy for me, but it's also a possibility because it's little, and it is a sci-fi. As we know, all I own are fantasy and sci-fi at this point, so library books. I have all of these bad boys. I can't read The Faithless because I'm still reading The Unbroke, and I just don't want to be reading it. So it might be a DNF this time around. I don't know. I wanted to reread it so I could read the sequel, and I might have to just go and buy the sequel and read a synopsis and then just read this. Or maybe I'll just read a synopsis and dive into the sequel. I don't know. I have this beautiful little middle grade that I might polish off, which is an Anne of Green Gables retelling, which I love. I also have this fantasy that I've been meaning to get to, but I want to read things with audiobooks, and none of these books have audiobooks available to me, except for The Realm of Ash, which I have the audiobook for, and The Grace of Wild Things, which the audiobook is on Scribd. All the other ones don't have audiobooks available to me through my library or Scribd, and it makes me so mad. That's the update. Long-winded haul kind of a thing. It's the start of a weekend. I don't really have anything at all going on this weekend, which is exciting and fun. Tomorrow, Saturday, gonna have my live stream as usual. Need to get more work done on A Little Luck. When I last talked to you guys, actually, that Monday that I hung up the vlog, if you will, I wrote another 6,000 words. So last weekend and the Monday, I wrote 18,000 words. Since then, I've kind of taken a little bit of a breather because I could feel the burnout happening. So this weekend, I've left it for a few days, kind of did a little bit here and there, but not really. We've gotten to the point in the story where a lot of it is brand new, which I'm very excited about. But I do have some stuff that I need to plan. So tomorrow's live stream is going to be productive. We're going to plan a lot of stuff, and we're going to kind of create some characters and other things and really get this last half of A Little Luck continuing and going. We are close to 60,000 words in that draft. I was sitting at 35K for like a week, and then suddenly I was like, let's just add 18,000 words in 3 days. Let's just do that. It's like 20 to 12 at night. I'm wide awake, but what am I going to do? I think I'm going to read a little bit of The Assassin's Quest and get back into that. I feel like every time I try and read The Assassin's Quest, which is what I've been trying to do all week, like a block comes over me and my body is like, no, don't make me read this. And I'm like, we need to finish it. We have half the book left. I want to finish it. I want to know what happens. But that's kind of it. That's what's up. That's what's happening. Hopefully I can get something read this weekend. Maybe I need to do a full palette cleanser and go like fully romance or thriller to like recharge. Maybe these 2 little books will be good. Who's to say? Updates for A Second Story. Pre-orders are live for paperbacks and ebooks, so please go pre-order it. It's coming out in like 17 days as of I'm filming this, which is crazy. Paperback pre-orders in Canada seem to be at a standstill, like nothing's happening. And apparently it's just a waiting game at this point, because my friend who has contacts and has ways of like getting into the indie system to see if like you can order through your indie stores says that it's not yet in that system. So I think maybe just getting into the Canadian system takes a little bit longer than usual, because I've also been watching my friend Amy Prokopis, her book, which is coming out May 30th. I've been watching that one because she put it up like 1 or 2 days before I put mine up through Ingram. So I know as soon as that one gets on Canadian Amazon, mine will within like 24 or 48 hours. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That's my logic anyway, but it's still off of Canadian Amazon as well. But like it's not available for paperback pre-order, so I've just been watching that one as well. But yes, otherwise it's available for paperback pre-order, and I would love if you guys went and pre-ordered it, please. And share with your friends, tell them to pre-order it too, because we're like less than 3 weeks away. I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys a little later. But yeah, it's the weekend. We'll see what I get up to. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Saturday. I am here on me couch after a lovely day. It is 10:30. I should have updated you a lot sooner, but hey, I'm updating you now. Today has been a very good, very productive day, my friends. In a little luck, I have officially reached the 65,000 word mark. I have also officially reached the end of what I wrote previously. That's it. I have nothing left to run off of draft wise. I have like little cue cards and stuff that like I wrote out kind of what I wanted to do in the last few scenes here, but as of where I'm at, your girl's empty. Your girl's done. But I did add 8,500 words to the draft today. So today was a good day for copy and pasting, my friends. I will say that. I didn't get any of the planning done that I wanted to get done today, but I will just tackle that tomorrow. It's mainly just me thinking about the actual performers and giving them their slots and stuff, because this is for the Moon Festival, and Lottie and Kier are running the entertainment committee for the Moon Festival, and thus they need to organize the entertainment. So I need to come up with names and their jobs, and eventually kind of like where they would be in the days that are slotted out for this Moon Festival, all that kind of stuff. Not going to be super tricky or hard, because this is a story focused on Lottie and Kier. This is just extra information that you eventually need to know, because eventually I'm going to have scenes at the festival. They witness some of these people. There's going to be issues with some of the people, of course, to just kind of give it a little bit of something, but we've kind of reached what I would consider the darkest moment of the story, even though there's still a lot of story left to go. It's balanced a little funky, I will say. Sometimes that's just how it is. And I will say, for any of you who are annoyed at me with the darkest moment in a second story, you will be less annoyed with me in this one, because it has nothing to do with our girls. It has nothing to do with their relationship. I decided to just completely not give them a darkest moment. I just want them to be happy. So I'm just drawing out the slow burn, and we'll see where that happens. But yes, so tomorrow I will be endeavoring into some of the missing pieces of the story to see where we're at, and into some planning, because adding 8,500 words is a lot of words. Anyways, what did I do after that? Made some supper. It was okay. It was pretty good. It was all right. Made some pasta. And then I decided to jump into T. Kingfisher's A House with Good Bones. This was weird. Definitely horror leaning. Oh yeah, for sure horror leaning. It's spooky, haunted vibes. It literally says a Southern Gothic on the back. It made me so happy with like the ending, even though it was so weird, because so often I read thrillers and horrors and stuff. So often, I don't read them very often, but whenever I do, the ending always makes me mad, because it like, whatever the answer is just makes me be like, aw, it took away all the suspense. This leaned in to what I wanted it to lean into. It's kind of obvious as to what was happening from the beginning, but like how it was going about and why was not obvious at all. So I enjoyed this. Not as good as Nettle and Bone. Nettle and Bone is still my favorite, but definitely a good little book, and I'm glad that I read it. As for what I'm going to read next, I would really love to finish Assassin's Quest, because I feel like it's plaguing my brain. I have 5 hours left on the audiobook. I have that much left to go. Yesterday I read another like 70 pages, and I reached the 458 page mark. I also did pick up the Foxglove King. It's out of my reach. from the library today. I'm considering looking at that one. I also have, of course, The City Inside, which is another short little one, but this one doesn't have an audiobook. None of these books have audiobooks available to me, and it's driving me bananas. I am seriously considering starting up another, like getting my Audible back, because I stopped Audible. It's so expensive for one audiobook a month. Like, for what? I don't know, my friends. I finished a book today, and that's good, I guess. I'm gonna sit here and figure out what I want to do, I guess. Maybe I'll play some Stardew. Maybe I will start reading The City Inside. Who knows? But I will let you know what I get up to, because today's been a good day. I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of ice cream and a cookie, and I'm just gonna chill.
Hello, gorgeous. Hello. How are ya? How are ya?
Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Sunday. Home from Mom and Dad's. Grabbing a fork. They gave me cake. So I'm gonna nibble away at this. It's been a pretty good day. Pretty chill as days go, which I love. You guys know I love me a chill Sunday, which I strive to make every Sunday a chill Sunday. So I'm just kind of getting ready here to hop onto Amy's stream for a bit of productivity, because I have not done a single productivity thing today. Well, I have. I finished a book, but I didn't write it all today. So that is what I am going to do a little bit of today, which is exciting. Fun and exciting. But yes, you did hear me right. I did finish a book. I finished The Assassin's Quest, and this is one of the best books I've ever read. The ending of this book, my friends. I had 5 hours left of the audiobook today, and I finished it. I was driving to Mom and Dad's, and I had 30 minutes left of the audiobook, and the whole time I was screaming in my car, just like, yes, Fitz, go Fitz! Like, just all this stuff. I had yet to have a Robin Hood book make me cry. This one punched me in the gut in one instance, and it immediately made me cry. I love this so much. There's something happened in this book. This is book 3, so I can't tell you that much about it, but like something happened in this book that made me simultaneously so sorry for Fitz, but also so comforted and pleased about the characters that it happened to. I was just like, this is everything. This is everything I could ever want. And I'm really glad that I've read this knowing that there's more books about Fitz after this, and the Fool, because the Fool is my favorite character. I love him so much. He's so good. But yeah, because I read this knowing there's more books about Fitz and the Fool after this, I think this ending for Fitz in this book specifically, like literally, like it gave almost like a Jane Austen style wrap up at the end. It was kind of nice. I liked it. I like when authors are like, here's what happens in the next 10 years kind of a thing. I like that Robin Hood did that, but the ending for Fitz in here is simultaneously good for him after everything that he's been through, but also I don't believe it at all. Like, it's one of those endings where you're just like, no, I'm sorry, no. Like, this kid wouldn't do that. Like, yeah, he deserves a life of rest and happiness, but like, this kid reverts into some sort of depressed shell at the end of this book in a way. Like, it just feels off. So knowing that there are more books about Fitz and the Fool after this makes me really happy, even though I know those books like crush everybody that reads them. So I'm just excited. And we got dragons in this book. Oh, it's been so long since I read a good book about dragons. And the dragons in this book are so cool. Oh my God, I love them. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get to her dragon series now. But next is the Mad Ship, and then it's the Tawny Man, which we get Fitz again. I don't remember what it is after that, but I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy that I finally finished it. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my chest, and I think that's because I knew, because I want to read so many things, but I'm in that weird reading mood right now where like nothing is sticking, that I knew I needed to complete one of the books that it was on my TBR to be able to like unlock the ability to read anything else. I say that and I have no idea what I want to read next. I am on the edge of just DNFing the Unbroken right now because I just read it before. I'm not in the mood for it right now. I will probably come back to it at some point. I will just I'll return the sequel to the library at some time when it's due. I don't know what I want to read now. Okay, so speaking of library books, I could do The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten, which possible because I opened it up and like the font is huge, which we love. So I could probably zoom through that one, but you guys know I want to read something with an audiobook because I'm that kind of a person. Other audiobooks, other library books that we have Old Running Down, which is a sci-fi, which I might be into, but again, no audiobook. This is the sequel. I do have the audiobook for The Realm of Ash, but it is another big fantasy, and I'm not in the mood for big fantasy right now, which I never thought I'd say in my life. Grace of Wild Things, there's the audiobook for that. I might take that with me actually as well. Why not? But The Monsters We Defy, which is the next one here, don't have the audiobook for. And then I also have, of course, one of the ones that I mentioned at the beginning, The City Inside. Again, no audiobook for it, so who the hell knows? I could start Tress of the Emerald Sea. I would read The 100,000 Kingdoms, but again, it's fantasy. 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin, because I have the audiobook for that. I could start my Poppy War read through, but I wanted to do a vlog for the Poppy War. I don't know what I want to read. I really, really, really don't. This is the life of being a mood reader. You just kind of stare at your shelves and you just go, I don't know, something. Okay, let's pick a couple and I will do a chapter tag. Okay, so we're gonna take these two, Skin of the Sea and Monsters Born and Made, two YA fantasies. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I didn't need to do like a quick YA fantasy or a middle grade. I'm not really in the mood for middle grade though. I can definitely tell that I'm not in the mood for middle grade. I'll take Spice Road as well. And not Night of the Raven and Dawn of the Duck. Ooh, that's precarious. Okay. Oh, maybe I could do this one. Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse. I'll try that one as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. I will do a little read through of these. I don't know what I'm feeling. That's so bizarre. I'll throw in those two library books as well, The Grace of Wild Things and the sci-fi I don't remember the name of. Oh, this is precarious. This is too big for my hand. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, just a pile of books on my couch. Like, what's new? We'll find something. And if all else fails, I'll just watch a show. It's already 8:20, so who's to say? Anyways, I got a bunch of books to try. We'll see if one of them catches my attention, and I will report back. Hello, friends. It is much later. It is like 1:20 in the morning. I'm just getting ready to go to bed. Making as much noise as possible, apparently, for this vlog clip. I started reading, I was about to say watching, not reading, Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. So I did the whole try a chapter thing, sort of. I started reading a couple pages of each, so like a really lazy version of it. Literally none of those books were grabbing my attention. Was annoyed by some of them. Just like, and I was sitting there, I was like, is there literally nothing I want to read right now? Do I just have to sit here and feel awful? So then I started scrolling through my Libby to see what I could find. I found, even though I have Caliban's War on hold, or had, it's no longer on hold, I found a different copy that had no holds on it. And I was like, amazing, impeccable, let's go. So I started reading that. I now have so many books on hold right now, just various reasons. Because I was like, well, they're on my TBR, and all of them are like literally months away from being handed out to me, so I might as well get to them now. But yeah, I'm 150 pages in, and it took me a second to settle into it again because we're dealing with new characters. We still have James Holden, which I think is like the main guy for this series. I could be wrong, but he's a repeat character from the previous book and his crew, so that's kind of nice. And this one seems to be an entirely new problem, like cut and dry from the previous book, which is interesting. I can see how it makes for a really good TV show. Because as I said when I was reading Leviathan Wakes, which is book 1, it's so cinematic. It's snappy, it's quick, and it fits very well for a TV show. I can see that. It has like, the characters are all so just real, which is so interesting to say about a sci-fi. This time around we have 4 POVs, We have Holden. We have a girl named Bobby who's like this built tank of a Marine who's dealing with PTSD from having watched her entire squadron just get absolutely annihilated by this like freak of nature anomaly alien thing. And we also have this like high government official that I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce her name. I've seen it and I've heard it and it just slips out of my brain every time. Who's much older. She's so cool so far. I really like her dialogue. She's quick and snappy and she just like puts men in their place, which we love. And we also have Prax, who is a doctor, who's a botanist. His daughter has been taken. His 4-year-old daughter has been taken right before this weird battle on the planet called Ganymede. And Holden and his crew go to Ganymede to be like, what's up on Ganymede? Why was this battle a thing? Nobody seems to know why the battle was a thing, just that it occurred. And there is like a mass exodus of food off of this planet. So like the people on Ganymede, starving. Refugees are scattering. It's a bad situation. And this is where he picks up Prax, who recognizes James from the original clip that essentially started the bullshit of book 1, where he was like, hi, we were just attacked by a Martian ship. And he recognizes James from that like broadcast, and he's like, my guy, you gotta help me. My daughter's been taken. 12 other children, or however many, have been taken, all by this one doctor. All these kids have the exact same disease that attacks their immune system. My daughter has it. He's taken her. I don't know why. I want her back. And James Holden is like, so that's kind of kicking off the mystery. That's where I am. So 1, I'm really intrigued as to why this doctor has taken just a bunch of sick kids a couple of hours before Ganymede becomes the site of a real big battle. Like, it seems all tied together. I'm also very intrigued about the results of the previous book. What's going on? What's going on with Eros? I need to know. I gotta, and we haven't really even mentioned it. It's just been mentioned as like, last season on this, right? It's just been mentioned as one of those. So I've just been kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. I need the intrigue of like, what's going on with that planet that's like mutated. I want to know. Anyways, I am enjoying it. It's a good time. I've sunk right into it, which is great. I needed to read to where I could just sink in. So hopefully the rest of this read goes pretty well. This weekend has been fairly good. I've finished 2 books, which is surprising since I'm in this weird reading mood. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. But yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Hello friends, happy Monday. I'm freaking out. My book is officially live on all the sites for paperback pre-order. It's on Canadian Amazon. Fucking finally. Okay. We're good. My lunch is in the air fryer. I need to calm down. It's finally live. Oh my God. If you don't want to support Bezos, you can order it through your local indie too. Go support your local indies, because local like indie bookstore day is this weekend. You should definitely go support your indie by buying my book through them. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm a mess. I'm so excited. Okay. We're good. It's finally live. Everything is perfect. It comes out so soon. Oh my God. Okay. It's the end of the vlog, my friends. Wow. All right. What did I read this weekend? I'm in a big kerfuffle. This weekend was weird. 1, because I'm in a weird reading mood. 2, I managed to still finish 2 books even though I was in a weird mood, which proud of myself, but sometimes life is like that. And 3, I did get some productivity in with a little luck, which is great. We've officially reached the spot where I originally finished the, draft in November. So from here on, it's all me, baby. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to fix my hair before I go to work later, but I've been freaking out too hard. I'm so excited. Go pre-order it. Oh my God, order it through your local indie. If you're in the US, you can order it through Barnes & Noble. And I think you'll be able to order it through Indigo soon. It's not on Indigo yet, but go order through your local indie bookstores. Please. I'm gonna be yelling about it forever this weekend. I read, first and foremost, A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher, which I ran through Copel this morning. Gave it 3.5 stars. Solid read. Would recommend and highly do recommend, because it was a horror novel that leaned gothic, like Southern Gothic, and actually went with the supernatural option. Which I'm very happy with, because as I explained earlier in this video, sometimes thrillers and horrors just kind of chicken out at the reveal part, and it doesn't get more exciting. It's just kind of a little bit disappointing. This one got more exciting. It got definitely more weird. There were a few moments in the ending where I was like, okay. Like big question marks, just like, all right, that was a choice. But I still really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to read more T.K. Kingfisher. And I finally finished The Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, which I ended up giving 5 stars. It is a soft 5-star because this is definitely my favorite of the trilogy. It was absolutely amazing. I cannot get enough of Robin Hobb's world building and character arcs. Like, Fitz as a character from book 1 to this one changes so much in every book. Every book, that man is a completely different human by the end of the book. She does such a good job with crafting character arcs, not only for main character Fitz, but for people around him too. I loved it. This book, favorite of the trilogy, because it took everything that we knew about Buckkeep and its like close surrounding area and just expanded on it like crazy, because we got more of the 6 duchies, because it's an actual quest. Like, Fitz doesn't stay in Buckkeep, he goes everywhere. And it was so good. And just the inclusion of the dragon lore is making me so excited to get to the dragon series that she has and to continue with the Madship trilogy. Like, I really want to start the Madship trilogy like really soon. But I am going to do the next like trilogy read through that I'm going to do is the Poppy War, because I keep pushing that off, but I need to do it soon. So I think after I finish Caliban's War, which I started this weekend and I'm 150 pages into, I'm gonna dive into the Poppy War read through. Hopefully I can get that one done really quickly and I can just keep moving on. But I have been pushing that one off, and I really do want to fall in love with that series like everyone else has been. And I feel like I'm on the edge of being in the mood for the Poppy War, so that's good, because last time the first time I read the Poppy War, I wasn't in the mood for it really, and it kind of didn't do it for me, but hopefully this time around it will. I also apologize if you can hear my air fryer in the background. It's a little loud, but I'm making lunch. Anyways. Oh, I hit myself in the face with this because this was so good, and I'm so excited to keep going with Robin Hobb's world. If you guys saw my original reading vlog where I dove into the Farseer trilogy with The Assassin's Apprentice and Royal Assassin, where I read them at the lake, I basically said that I wanted to see what everyone else loved about Robin Hobb so much, because the first time I read The Assassin's Apprentice, I liked it, but it wasn't that great. And upon reread and the continuation of the series, I'm here for Robin Hobb. Robin Hobb, we love her. New favorite author, potentially in the making. I usually keep my favorite authors for like all 5 stars. We got our first 5-star. So this is a soft 5-star as well, because it's not like a hold, like it doesn't have a hold over my soul, but I literally cannot give it any less than 5 stars because it was so good, you know? Like, a lot of my 5-star books are immediate obsession favorites. This one wasn't an immediate obsession favorite because it took me a little while to get like through it, but I love it. I love it so much. 5 stars. Anyways, I'm rambling now. And as I said, read about 150 pages of this, which we will continue with this week. Hopefully get a good chunk through this one. But yes, my friends, that has been the vlog. Everything is great and wonderful. And the second story is up for pre-order literally everywhere. Go order through your local indie for indie bookstore for like indie bookstore day this weekend. Share it with your friends, screaming, I'm dying. My friends are texting me right now being like, I just ordered it. I'm so excited. Everyone's gonna read it. It's out so soon. It's out so soon. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go check out my lunch, and I'll catch you guys in another video very soon. Stay good. Keep on reading.